flag. Return. Enemy flag returned. Enemy flag returned. Captured your flag. Enemy flag returned. Captured your flag. Enemy flag returned. Enemy flag returned.
1 minute remaining. Remaining.
Enemy flag returned. Enemy captured your flag.
10 seconds. Defeat.
I had money put aside. It was a long time ago. Things have changed, but anyway, yeah.
No, I like it though. It's like you said. Sometimes you have to just commit to yourself. And
The owner of LVT chased his dream. He did something crazy too. I mean, you know, you got to do it sometimes. But yeah, I mean, when your back's up against the wall, people perform. You know, that's just kind of how it goes. You know, sometimes you have to put your back up against the wall to perform. We'll see if Quadrant, with their back up against the wall, can perform in this game. Spacestation already up 1 in the series, but we got a close game here in StelluR.
so far, these snipe shots from Glory have been incredible, but Spacestation, they found the kills on the periphery and quickly made their way into the middle of the map, took down the shock rifle, and things have drastically changed in just a matter of seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. We'll see how things can pan out here. Camo is coming up in 20 seconds, so very important to pay attention to that. This is only a 1-kill lead here for the side of Spacestation, and that could be the break that they need. This is beautiful by Sica. Beautiful positioning, beautiful timing on the break. 2 down for SSG.
But through the middle of the map, he is cutting.
Oh, that is such a hard shot to hit. He is on the drop. He is dropping down, no shields, has nowhere to go, and hits the headshot.
That's just one where you hit the respawn screen and you say that's dark, you know? So it's just,
3-kill lead immediately. That's unfortunate, man.
that's why you get StelluR on your team. He's 8-2, by the way. No assists. Shock rifle headshots only, I guess, for him.
You love to see it. Eco with the camo. We'll see what he's able to do here. I like how he's just kind of defending both sides. Like this is what we call a glue player. Whenever you hear, I think I use the term a lot. I think a lot of casters use the term glue player. It's a player like this. Look at how much he's doing. Eco is doing so much, and I'm so glad he's also on my roster, by the way. Lots of damage being output here.
Quadrant has sent 2 players over towards this long haul. They haven't quite full committed towards that scene. Eco is just getting a ton of damage downfield by a fairly exposed position. They finally take care of him, but it comes in a trade. This is just a massive opportunity for Spacestation with this damage that they're getting done. They are playing Quadrant like a book. They are expecting these pushes. they're coming out on top of these important engagements.
Very aggressive here by Snipedrone, but there's a reason for that.
Hey, I spoke too soon. Let me tell you what, Snipedrone put someone on notice.
1v1 Piv against Bao, one of the best players in the game. Continuing to push in here. Does he peek this? Oh, that's a quick drop, dude. He's still alive! My goodness gracious, great plays by Snipedrone, and it's Sica who gets the kill onto Eco. It's a 2-kill game.
That's pretty Halo at work there. It's not too flashy by any means, but the way that Quadrant work together as a pair is what gets them those kills and reduces this lead to 2.
Sica still putting on that pressure.
Declaring victory.
Unfortunately, Glory's allows someone through. Will he be able to get this kill, though? Is that a... Oh, there it is.
Nice
wow, beautiful job by Glory's.
That was camo from Lqgend. That's why Glory had problems letting him through. Oh, no, never mind.
Camo's up right now, yeah.
I was wondering why we weren't seeing the outline.
Yeah, I think he got nade jumped up. That's why. It confused me as well, yeah. That nade jump has big implications that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, pulling behind the curtain for y'all that are interested in observer mode. When a player has camo, it usually reduces their, gets rid of their player outlines.
44-44, we've got a tie here. This is really good out of Quadrant to keep this game in check. Pound. Oh, this is again the jiggle peek.
They got the lead. Pound has to leave. There's no options left for him. He is.
How does he get out?
Blazing a path forward, but Quadrant, I wouldn't be surprised if they keep trying to find Pound. He is just in the middle of chaos, in the 9 depths of hell, as he tries to stay alive.
If you want to know, you know how good Bound is as a player, just look at this POV. This is what he does. He puts damage in. He somehow finds a way to get out and does enough. Like, not enough. Quadrant end up taking the victory.
Pound is going all crazy, trying to do his best to stay alive. You just see the kill feed keep going for Quadrant. Take one more. There's not much you can do.
It was just so fun to watch his POV because he was trying to stay alive, getting out of where he was, you know, needed not to die. And then he just comes back in, flying in, and just no problems. But that wasn't enough for them, because Quadrant took that second game, which is really good for Quadrant because they kind of did need that Slayer. Otherwise, they would have been in a scary spot to drop down to lowers.
I guess that's a good thing, right? It's pretty bad.
That is a good thing, yes.
I've been unable to identify what it is.
Goodness me. I tell these guys.
Quadrant,
Can
Spacestation Gaming, here we go. Whoa.
A 1-1 here for Quadrant and Spacestation Gaming as they hop onto Game 3, live fire strongholds.
2-cap locked in here. Spacestation again, starting off that last event, extremely slow. And I know you were probably watching the Cloud9 match where they went to Game 5. I mean, it was scary. They won that Game 5, and then a completely different Spacestation woke up and came out of nowhere and won it. They were literally, I think, 2 kills away from losing that entire event last event. So,
I love when a player jumps into the reticle, makes the shot feel so good. But so far, Spacestation been having answers for the pressures that Quadrant laid down. Lqgend against his former duo. Not going to be able to survive that one. Quadrant finally scoring in this game.
There it is. Talk about how they were a Strongholds beast in the last season. This season, it's changed a little bit. A lot of teams have learned from Quadrant. A lot of teams have come up with their own kind of way of dealing with Strongholds. So not necessarily the domination that we saw in that previous season, but a 2-cap here for Quadrant. We'll see how they're able to hold on to this. SLG holding the C side by himself. Great shots. Push that player back. Bound's going to go down to someone else. It's going to be Sica who cleans up that kill. That's going to be 4 dead. Look how immediately they're into A. Immediately they go for that triple cap.
This is the win condition that Quadrant's playing for. They love to get the trip cap into effect and keep Spacestation on their back foot. How fast can Spacestation get out of this? They got the trip cap at 46 points. Let's see how fast it takes for the Spacestation to find the answer.
Lqgend gets a trade there. You see the routing here. I think it's by Eco. Beautiful job just to go towards C and then make himself unknown going towards that vent side. B and C being capped here for the side of Quadrant. SLG, great teamwork. Another double kill out of him. No nades to use, has to back up.
Notice they're still trying to pressure for this triple
Oh
capture.
my
and
gosh.
SLG, the long range shots, that's 5 in a row. They're gonna open up the mud spawns and SLG will have instant access to the spawners. They're getting damage on them before Spacestation can even respond.
Problem I'm worried about here is the A spawns. This is what I'm talking about. The split spawns that they end up getting. Snipers coming up. One player spawns on the C side. The rest of the players spawn on A. And the 1v1s are consistently won here by the side of Spacestation Gaming. 3 down for Quadrant.
Remember, folks, this was 46 points when they started scoring. Now at 122. An 80-point
Enemy
run
team
just about
scored.
for Quadrant off that initial trip cap pressure before Spacestation was able to find their solution.
Eco's got to live here. Sica tries to push, tries to curb slide through, but that's going to allow Eco to have this sniper in his hands. And as he gets C for the side of Spacestation Gaming, he's watching for those A spawns. Bound gets a kill as well. And immediately Eco will go towards that top tower.
Eco is surprisingly active with the sniper rifle at the moment, and it earned him a double kill for his team. It's just Snipedrone alive. He quickly goes down, and now StelluR and Lqgend are going to spring into action, get themselves into these hills as fast as possible, as they are focused on cutting down this lead that Quadrant was able to build from that trip cap. Spacestation are looking for one of their own, and it might just start here. A perfect flank from StelluR. It's going to give him the 3 easiest kills of his life. Quadrant are 4 down. The trip cap, oh, it's in.
Answer back from Spacestation Gaming. The triple cap is locked in. The spawns come out onto A. And now it's up to Quadrant to break through the hold here. StelluR on the back of B, holding steadfast, waiting for the push. You see multiple players push towards that bottom center side. They make it all the way to C already. It's up to StelluR to find this kill onto GloryGGz, and if he can solidify A.
StelluR working on the out rotation, and knows there's a player around him. Information's there, but execution a bit tougher. It's a 5-kill spree that's ended with the trade that will secure a home for Quadrant to work out of. But finally, the lead has shifted hands. The trip cap of Quadrant has finally been neutralized, but notice how long it took Spacestation to get to this point. They really don't want to give Quadrant another one of those opportunities. The trip cap can end the game at this point.
A being taken here by the side of Spacestation Gaming. 3 down for Quadrant now, and a chance for Spacestation now to answer back with the B cap. I assume Lqgend's just trying to be the forward player to take care of these spawners that are on the camo on the screen side. He won't win that 1v1 though, and once again, like you said before, Quadrant find a home on A.
Yeah, it's interesting from Lqgend. He has a nuke combo. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation where you don't really want to charge it up because it reveals your position, but you also want to have the advantage of the one-shot kill. Unfortunately, revealing his position ended up being his demise there, but Spacestation a bit effective at finding the 2 cap just in time to keep scoring. Quadrant
Enemy team scored.
find their break.
2 caps here for Quadrant still. Snipedrone's gonna use the QT. He'll pressure down onto the back of B, and he'll use his QT to take more space on the map. You see all of SSG on that C side. He's trying to just get a stick trade, but the pressure coming into B very fast. He's gonna have the QT here, but he knows he's gonna die either way, so delays as long as possible. SSG in control.
This is where it's scary. It's when StelluR has a sniper in his hands. Body shots aplenty, heads could be coming. Quadrant stuck on the outside, and StelluR knows it. Tries to line up the last shot. That one's not going to be successful, but the trip cap pressure is on the A side. StelluR, a rock towards C. He will be the one that anchors the backside as Quadrant send all their numbers towards A to get out of the trip cap situation, but it took them quite a bit of time. Spacestation's lead grows to 30.
Spacestation did go 3 down right there, though, so StelluR's kind of stuck in a position where he has to push on to B. He will not get there in time. 3 down for SSG once again, and Quadrant have control.
That's a fast response from Quadrant. SSG was 15 seconds ago in that trip cap looking to end the game. Now, Quadrant, they've given themselves an opportunity. It's a neutral game for the most part, 4-on-4 with camouflage up for grabs. Spacestation will be the first to camouflage but will they be able to get the value out of it? I believe it's Eco. He's working his best. No, Lqgend, the one with camouflage.
Lqgend going directly on to B. I don't think anyone's ready for it. He's gonna get that for free.
He is moving a lot in that hill. Usually you expect your camouflage to stand still. You
Scoring.
knew that no one was coming for the challenge, and Lqgend has been really treating this camouflage as nothing more. Like, he played with that camouflage as if he could be seen, and it's because he could be seen. They instantly took care of him.
Great piv there by Snipedrone to take out that camo player in Lqgend. And now it's Quadrant clawing back towards the lead. They'll take that lead at 181. Spacestation find themselves 2 down once again.
Quadrant, yeah, they have their lead back, and momentum seems to have shifted. StelluR working his best to get towards A, but there's one player that he needs to win against. They found him before he can get away.
Wow.
Glory gets the kill. The trip cap is in.
It's
And
SB.
although B was being secured, he stepped out thinking he had it secured. The reset comes in. The win conditions here for Quadrant. They just need to hold on for 50 more seconds.
Up 21 points here for Quadrant, and the pressure comes out onto C as well. Glory's not missing a shot. Beautiful job by him. Almost gets the second on the Lqgend. Lqgend's gonna come through with that victory, and he will get the cleanup too onto Snipedrone, I would imagine. Now, SSG answering back with a 2-cap of their own. I thought Eco was gonna take off Bound's head.
Well, you take off another one. It's gonna be Sica.
Yep, he goes down. Push comes in from C. Eco has to reload, 4 bullets to work with. I love this play to stay alive with the snipe.
It was a heavy rotation from Eco. He was on the front lines, got himself towards the back instead. And what's interesting about it is Spacestation's not really feeling the pressure from Quadrant. I think they're still trying to find the sniper of Eco.
Spacestation give them C.
Yeah, they are really slow. Quadrant is not making any drastic moves. They are very cautious about where Eco is with the sniper.
Yeah, this is the problem though. Glory's always so far up by himself, but ends up winning that fight. It's a trade out. It's 2 down for the side of SSG. A B being taken by Quadrant though. This is where they start to score once again. They're only down by 10 points.
A 3-man push through the back. Spacestation will send their numbers back towards their home base. They're not necessarily in a hurry. They're gonna trust themselves to win this next gunfight, but if Quadrant gets a clean 4 down, it might just be GG.
That spike grenade could have been enough. It's enough damage. Bound cleans up a couple. Beautiful job. Can he get the 3rd as well? No, it's a beautiful kill by Sica. That cleans things up, but Eco on the rotation so much faster, and they're getting B as well.
No, they're not just satisfied with 2. They'll work for 3. The trip cap's in, even if it's just for a moment. Spacestation back in scoring position. This next fight, it almost feels this next engagement is not just for the hills, but for the win.
Eco wins a big fight there. The Clutch King. B still not being capped by Quadrant. They got stopped. I think it was Sica that got killed. And they'll get the reset. Lqgend gets the kill onto Glories. That resets B. Eco getting A as well. SSG look to be in control here.
It's important for SSG not to just try to rotate hills, but also to get these kills. It's easy to fall into the trap where you step in and you're constantly getting contested. If a player's in hill, the scoring stops for the other side. Quadrant 4 down. Spacestation has secured a lead in this series once again.
Really big clutch by Spacestation Gaming. Great job by Eco to clean up those couple of kills, and the crowd goes wild as SSG takes a 2-1 lead. On to Acid, but let's swap back over to the SSG Quadrant matchup. Obviously, SSG taking that lead, but we go to Oddball, and we all know that Oddball on the streets or Oddball on any map is going to be a very long game type and a test to a lot of these teams and a lot of these players.
So far, Quadrant's been doing a great job of finding the slaves before Spacestation can get towards this ball. So the ball really not taking much damage, and it's just making life a lot easier for Quadrant. And also love how they're quick to drop and have those rifles up when the time comes. So far, Quadrant's been playing a very clean game of oddball.
Enemy has the ball.
See a lot of great starts here today. A lot of teams that start off really solid against you know, some of these top teams, and then tend to get worse as the series goes on. We'll see if Quadrant can start this game strong and continue that strength throughout. It's 2 down for the side of Quadrant though, and StelluR with that camo once again doing some devastating damage.
Like how he's
Enemy has the ball.
man, I like how he's looking for players, but Quadrant did not give many open slots. They weren't watching the crosses. StelluR's been almost quizzical about where these players are. He almost wants more action.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
StelluR's got that stalker rifle to work with. That's always a big piece of the puzzle, especially with how much damage it can output. It's a nice little hold here on the C side for the side of SSG. It's really up to StelluR doing as much damage as he can to the players entering in, and 3 down for Quadrant. It's good enough.
Oh, 4 for Spacestation. It's just Glory that was alive on the map. And he knows that those spawns are going to be far away. Quadrant has a true opportunity for some time here.
Victory. Enemy has the ball.
This is a really nice hold here by the side of Glory's. There's a lot of fights happening on the perimeter, and with 2 down and 3 down for his squad, he's gonna have to play that ball, but a great trade there on to Lqgend at least, trying to get as much value as he can out of his life. Almost gets the second one, he does. StelluR goes down, and that's 3 down for SSG, and more ball time for Quadrant.
Quadrant's so efficient with their ball time. Anytime they've been able to get the opportunity to grab, they maximize value. And it's gonna give them a strong lead as we approach the end of this first round with Camouflage coming up. Spacestation go 4 down once again.
Wow.
And now Spacestation, they almost have to be desperate on this next spawn. You have 1, maybe 2 if you're fast chances at stopping this ball.
Lqgend gets the first kill. That's what they need here. Snipedrone goes down, Sica goes down. Lqgend getting 2 kills, trying to enter in, a little bit too aggressive. The rest of the team comes through as well. Bound gets a massive kill there. 91 points of ball time. That ball will be tossed to the front of C. Snipedrone looking to scoop it up with 2 down for SSG.
Ball dropped.
Snipedrone going to try to out-rotate the remaining players to Spacestation. He just needs a few more seconds, but you can feel the pressure coming. Spacestation has 2 player sources left. 1. The trade's not in time. Quadrant, a dominant round 1.
Yeah.
It wasn't dominant with the slays, but rather with the efficiency. It's almost exciting to watch a team like Quadrant at the moment with how efficient they are. They are not letting any kills not have value.
Enemy has the ball.
We'll see if that continues here in round number 2. SSG immediately get that ball back towards the A side, being a bit more scrappy with it, making sure to gather that ball time early. We've seen what Quadrant can do with an early ball lead here. Snipedrone will fall. It's 3 down for SSG once again, 3 down for Quadrant. Last player alive on the side of Quadrant's Glories, but he should guarantee spawns on the PD side, and he does, and he still has that stalker to use as well on the push. That push comes in. Nice shots there by Glories, nice perfect.
He was able to get those first shots in, but Camouflage has been up during these gunfights. These fights no longer a reward just for ball, but also the Camouflage in the middle of the map. Quadrant's getting the kills, and Lqgend saying, okay, I'll get the ball time, I'll try to distract, but Quadrant seems to be the ones that reap the rewards.
Yeah, 3 down again for SSG. Lots of shots here from Snipedrone. He's got Eco in the back of A, and all of SSG spawning on the PD side. He's got to be careful here, and he knows it. Putting that damage in, but taking the most minimal amount of damage that he possibly can, while outputting a ton of damage, and it won't be enough. Tries to get the stick on the Lqgend, but he'll get taken out.
Just 2 players alive for Quadrant. With Glory going down, this is the opportunity that SSG's been looking for. Small time, but Quadrant has been making this a frustrating experience. Even when they go 3 down, that last player alive is fighting for every inch of this map.
We talk about SSG being one of the quickest teams in the HCS, but Quadrant are matching their pace at the moment. Eco didn't even expect Sica on the purple side that fast, but he was there. Now Quadrant find a way to get ball inside of Tram. And they'll get that ball towards the Commando side. Now Bound He's going to get taken out as well, and Quadrant get the camo. Everything going in Quadrant's favor right now.
SLG has two decisions. He can try to get behind enemy lines moving up on the map, or he can stay close to this ball and hide in corners as Spacestation passes him. He opts to go behind enemy lines, and well, it's gonna reap rewards. It's a double that should come through for SLG.
Oh, wow.
Eco though.
That's unfortunate.
Incredible to hit a 5-shot there against a camouflage that is up in that fight. Eco stops Quadrant from running away with this round.
There's two players, no shields, and a shroud screen that stops everything. Beautiful job. 34-25 though. Quadrant still maintain the lead here in round number 2. They've secured round number 1, of course. If you're just joining us, but that's gonna be 3 down for the side of Quadrant. Down runs out of ammo. That's gonna be devastating. GloryGGz gets the kill onto him. GloryGGz still pushing forward. 17, 10, and 9 out of GloryGGz thus far.
I love it when you have to hide in the back corner. Please don't look, please don't look, please don't look, please don't look. They do.
Yeah, they do.
The entire time. Spacestation finds that kill, and well, Snipedrone's the last alive for Quadrant. But there's no one from Spacestation to grab that ball right away. Instead, it's the spawners of Quadrant that get there first. So although Spacestation wins the slays, ball time, although it albeit small, is heading to Quadrant.
That's unfortunate. It was Spacestation that got the PD spawns, and they were able to kind of push through. Great shots there by Sica though. Takes out one, gets the second. Beautiful job.
Double kill.
Last player's on that back A side. Bounce spawns onto C. Sica has to do something here.
It's the beautiful dance of Halo when you see players get kills and stay alive, and their teammate is also one shot next to them. Massive kills that come from Quadrant that are not traded out. It's because of those kills that they're able to get that little bit more ball time, chipping away towards that final destination of 100 points. Quadrant been massively efficient throughout this game.
I want to talk about how good they are at playing that ball at the right times as well. They see any pressure coming in, they're 2 down, they don't have the position, they don't have the spawn control, they will play that ball, and it's allowed them to put SSG in a spot where getting that ball is very difficult. Now Bound gets a double of his own, answering back here as fast as possible. It's 3 down for Quadrant.
Bound, so he's on top of this ball early to try to jumpstart life for Spacestation game. This might be the first time where we've seen a 3 down for Spacestation has on Quadrant. They're able to grab the ball within the first 5 or 6 seconds. Usually they've been heavily on the overslay. Instead, Quadrant though, they're frustrating, man. They are playing fast in this game, and it's creating situations where Spacestation just can't get comfortable. But Lqgend, he thrives in the darkness, comes to the shadow realm once again. He'll take you to he'll take you to lunch and eat it for you. You know what I'm saying? He likes to steal over there. This has been incredible from Spacestation these last couple lives that they have completely turned around this game.
Honestly, there's a reason he's the MVP, and he showcased it right there when all was lost for the side of SSG. In that last moment, in that last sequence, he comes through and makes a play very difficult go into his favor. Now he continues on, almost gets the double once again. It'll be StelluR that picks up that kill, though. 3 down for Quadrant. Snipedrone, the last player alive.
I totally lost track of my words. But so far, man, I'm really impressed at how fast Spacestation can turn around a game. We've seen Quadrant be so dominant throughout this oddball, but Lqgend makes a play. And from there, Spacestation has gotten their momentum back. They're getting ball time once again, and they're looking clean at doing it at the same time. You would have never imagined that the rest of this game has looked the way it has. This has been incredible work from Spacestation.
Someone ban that Sting, idiot. 79-54 here. Spacestation with the lead. 1 minute left in the game. Beautiful job by Lqgend once again. Perfect 5 shots. Spacestation looked to secure this round and tie it up, but it's going to be difficult. Quadrant are doing a great job.
Enemy has the ball.
Just a couple more, just one more hold really to get this job done. Quadrant might get a cafe spawn if they're lucky. Let's see how things favor Lqgend. Yeah, they did get the cafe spawn. Look how fast their access is. Quadrant still has a chance to make this thing mixy at the end.
Beautiful job once again, and it's these 1v1 pips that continue to be won, and that's the big deal for SSG. That's something that obviously they've got that teamwork. Obviously they got that fast pace. They're known for that. But when they're firing on all cylinders and every player's winning those 1v1 bids, like you see StelluR doing, Lqgend doing every single time, Eco even doing, this is where it gets difficult. The double's locked in, and SSG only needs 16 seconds to close out round number 2.
Just play the time. There's only 10 seconds left in neutral time. Quadrant quickly running out of time to work with. 5 seconds to go, and there's just no one there. One more round to determine game 4.
There it is. You love to see it. And again, the SSG crowd, I mean, we're talking about them being on a featured station, and that crowd is loud. Like, we can hear them halfway across the venue. You love to see that type of support. It's needed for a team like SSG. Being on that featured station, you don't get the same energy you do on the main stage. You know, it's not talked about enough. These pro players mention it all the time. Feature station matches, you don't get that same energy you get from the crowd on the main stage. So it's great to have a crowd follow you over there so you can continue to get that momentum and keep swinging. But Quadrant are going to be looking to potentially take round number 3 here. SSG look dominant, though, in that round 2.
2 players towards his back. Eco has an interesting proposition here, right? You want to get towards that oddball, but with camouflage coming up, you know that the priority is more to play for the resource that's going to give you advantages in the game. Slowly but surely, he moved up and largely secured that camouflage by himself. Quadrant not able to find the answer for him, and although they have control of the space by ball, it's going to be Eco that can tear it all apart.
See what Eco can do here. I love this. This is so good.
So pretty. you know you're making great plays when you get the casters excited like that. Oh my double. It doesn't look flashy.
It doesn't.
But the way that he played that was brilliant. Pushing down as the player comes up, maximizing the camo efficiency, getting kill after kill. That is so pretty.
Yeah, that's what makes Halo so special. It's just every little bit of positioning, every centimeter that you move counts. And that's why, you know, both Tools and I called it out at the same time, because it's beautiful to be able to have that perfect type of movement along with that timing. But Quadrant still somehow find their way with the ball in their hand.
The way Eco plays this game, it's more poetry than anything else. It flows naturally.
Yeah.
He's able to move one thought to the next in natural motions, and it's scary when it starts working out the right way. And you can see Quadrant have been struggling much more in this round 3 than we've seen in this entire game. And this is starting to look as if Space Station's not feeling that resistance.
Great job here by Lqgend once again. Oh my goodness, that triple locked in on the last shot, the camo secured.
I would have liked to see Lqgend hold that camouflage just for a bit longer, because it was 4 players down for Quadrant. Now we're seeing about a quarter of this camouflage gone before Quadrant can even contest. He could have popped it now.
He's hyped up, man.
So much more. Yeah, it's just those little. It's like, hey, Lqgend got an incredible triple kill, but man, think about the value he could have gotten out of this camo.
It's so true, though. It's a really good point. A lot of things you got to think about, and that's a big deal. We'll see if he can win some 1v1s. He gets taken out there with the trade, but Eco stuck in a 1v1 himself. He's going to go down as well. Quadrant continuing to fly through, but SSG, they get the spawns necessary. And they'll potentially rotate this ball towards the B side. SLG going to try and stop that in its tracks. You see the ball already tossed over to that B Street side. StelluR aware of the push. SLG somehow stays alive.
Yeah, SLG is smart not to even try to take that challenge. He stays alive and gives his team a second chance at this fight. StelluR drops down, and hey, SLG, he eventually wins that gunfight. But Quadrant just cannot get the space near ball fast enough.
Oh, man.
Space Station is efficient this round. This is looking scary at how well they're able to manipulate the ball on the map while getting slays.
The big player for me is StelluR, 36 and 26 with 41 points of ball time. Ball time kind of spread throughout on the side of SSG and also on the side of Quadrant as well, but 61 points, looking to close out this round number 3. 3 down, make that 4.
StelluR on a hell of a flank. Got behind SLG, and SLG was just waiting for his spawners to come up. Suddenly found himself on the respawn with the rest of his teammates. Quadrant This is do or die. You have 2 pushes left, maybe, if you're able to find trades out in the first.
StelluR gets taken out. It's a big 1v1 though. Still 2 minutes left in this round. Beautiful kill by Bound.
Ball dropped. Enemy
Ball's
has
still in the
ball.
hands of SSG. With this win, with this round win, they'll close out the series.
Dropped.
Lqgend talked about how teams can stay composed in games, how you play when their back's against the wall. Spacestation back against the wall, final round to potentially go to game 5. They have shut Quadrant out. This is them playing their best Halo at the moment. It's incredible to watch. And although Quadrant, they're not quite done yet, it's the way that Spacestation's playing, it's just tough to believe that the result will be any different.
It just comes, like, you know, we're talking to Wonderboy about this, and it's something that I've mentioned for a long time. We've been in the game for 3 years. All of these guys know how to shoot. Everyone in this game, in this lobby, on this server, know how to shoot. It's about consistency and being able to have that mental to withstand situations. And StelluR, you gotta have a StelluR as well. I forgot to mention that part.
StelluR's going and flying forward on the map when they are down numbers, cleaning up all the damage that's left behind. Like a hot knife through butter, nothing has been able to stop him.
And this has been a big factor here. Finally, Quadrant get their hands on the ball, and I'm glad they're not throwing up the white flag just yet. Glad the surrender's not coming out, and they still have fight in them, but it's gonna take a big fight here against a team like SSG, who's starting to wake up just a bit. You always see it on a Saturday. They wake up at the last minute. They press snooze on that alarm clock so many times. 3 down, though, for SSG.
3 down. You have 45 seconds of neutral time to play with. They just got Spacestation wiped once again. Quadrant has what's needed to make the comeback happen. It's just down to execution. We're talking about perfect Halo for 3-4 solid rotations against the best team in the HCS.
It's unfortunate, though. Glory's on the wrong side of the map, but he can still do that cross damage. They're not aware he's here. He's able to get 3, or help with 2, but 3 down for SSG. Last player alive is Bound. Now Glory's has to watch for the spawners on the C side. Legend's gonna be the first one up. Glory's took a lot of damage, and Legends will take him out, so it's gonna be a tough hold now.
Unfortunate timing there for Glory. He almost got his shields back, but Spacestation were able to keep him down. And now as the foundation starts to crumble for Quadrant, the perimeter is being controlled by Spacestation. It'll force the play out. It's vital for Quadrant to find trades, simplify this game. But instead, it's Spacestation that gets away with the ball. Sica and Glory, the only ones alive that can potentially get there in time, just seconds away.
They're the first spawners, and it's the shroud screen used for Bound. Doesn't really want to go for these last 5 seconds. 3 down, yep. He goes down as well, but he plays that ball perfectly towards the bottom middle. And Legend, the first spawner, will be spotting it and putting nades on it. It's still Quadrant, though, that have a chance here.
It's not over, folks. Snipedrone with the ball. Spacestation gonna throw their numbers towards B. Legend will lead the charge. 2 players alive for Quadrant. And just a few seconds to keep this on the ground. This fight will determine it all.
10 seconds is all that's left. Legend, he only needs 3 seconds, and that will be it. Spacestation Gaming claw their way to victory, a 3-1 victory against Quadrant, and they'll move on.